I don't know what slum you people crawled out of, but this is a decent, God-fearing community, and we will not have your jungle music and your hooting and hollering destroying our peace. That's how it started. Not a neighborly, hey, could you turn it down? Not even a knock at the door. Just that sentence, sharp and ugly, screamed across my pool deck. Imagine it, will you, Saturday weather so perfect it hurts sky, so blue you can taste it. And I'm thinking this is the payoff. First house mortgage yard. I gotta mow myself the whole 9 yards. And right there in the backyard, the real crown jewel, the pool. I'd busted my back for all those years. Man, that pool. You know how some things just feel like they've got your whole life poured into them? Double shifts, overtime, climbing up the ladder. This was it for me, my sanctuary. Only this Saturday I wasn't flying solo. I had my two best friends, Mike and Chris, over. Guys I grew up with, survived the academy with, now work in the same precinct as me. Mike built like a linebacker but jumps at spiders. Chris the Joker can't shut up, keeps the room light. Me, I'm the anchor, or that's what they say. We're just playing some pool volleyball. Nothing wild. Scores close. Classic Earth, Wind, and Fire humming out of my Bluetooth speaker. Laughter, the pop of the ball. It was the kind of afternoon you dream about, you know? Until I saw her, this older lady, late 60s maybe, hair like a blonde helmet, electric blue blazer, pants to match, and I swear it had to be 100 degrees out. Just staring, arms folded, lips, pressed tight eyes narrowed to slits, radiating rage. I tried to be polite, called out, "Can I help you, ma'am?" Thinking maybe it was about the noise. That's when she went nuclear, the slur, the slum, the whole thing. It was so hateful, so out of nowhere we just froze. Not a complaint. Not even really an accusation. More like disgust. Like our existence offended her. Chris, never one to back down, goes, "Excuse me, what did you just say?" And the lady steps closer. Finger out, voice shrieking about element caliber and rules, calls us an element, like we're a chemical spill or something. I get out of the pool towel off, keep my voice steady, heart hammering, and tell her, "This is my house. I own it. We're not breaking any rules. Please leave my property." She about lost it, face going purple, barking, "Your property, don't be ridiculous. I'm president of the HOA. All of this is under my purview." And then she's dialing the police, thumb stabbing the screen. "We'll see who belongs here," she hisses. Watching this woman standing there like a villain out of a bad sitcom, calling 911 and spinning her story, 3 large aggressive men trespassing, drinking, playing threatening music, "I'm in fear for my safety," was like watching someone try to summon a dragon. We just looked at each other, bottled water and Gatorade, our wild drinks, volleyball, our aggression. Yet here she was, painting herself as a victim, the righteous defender of suburban peace, and us as the threat. "Just stay cool, guys," I said. "Let them come. We haven't done anything wrong." Chris was fuming. Mike quiet, but looming, that kind of quiet that speaks volumes. The woman, I'd soon learn her name, was Ms. Davenport, finished her call with a little victorious smirk. She stood there, arms crossed, convinced we'd be in cuffs in minutes. Didn't take long, sirens cut through the quiet. For anyone, sirens heading your way aren't fun. For us, knowing how quickly things go sideways, even less so. Patrol cars pull up, blue and red lights, turning my quiet street into a crime scene. Neighbors peeking out their windows, drawn like moths to the drama. Out step Miller and Sanchez cops from a neighboring precinct. We know them, good guys, pros. But even knowing us, they have to follow protocol. Ms. Davenport, voice quivering like she's an Oscar winner, launches into her tale, "Thank God you're here. These men making a scene, aggressive, threatening, trespassing." I can see Miller recognize us, but his face stays locked down. They turn to me. "We got a complaint about a disturbance," Sanchez says. "This your residence?" "Yes, officer," I reply, calm as I can. "Closed on it 4 weeks ago. My name's Jay. This is Mike. That's Chris." Miss Davenport scoffs, demands my ID. Miller turns to her. "Ma'am, let us handle this." Then comes the question. "Were you being loud? Did you threaten this woman?" It was the pivot point. I could have brushed it off, played it cool. But she'd crossed a line. She'd lied, thrown racist slurs, called 911 and painted us as a threat, and she'd tried to use our own profession against us. No officer, that is not true, I said. We were in my backyard playing volleyball. This woman came onto my property, screamed slurs, and when asked to leave, called you. Sanchez's eyebrows jump up. Ms. Davenport gasps, calls me a liar. I've had enough. I walk over, grab my wallet, flip it open. Not my license, my badge. Detective J. Johnson, 12th Precinct. My friends are Officer Mike Peterson and Officer Chris Jones, also from the 12th. It's like I detonated a grenade in her fantasy. Miller actually grins. Sanchez's jaw drops. Ms. Davenport's whole world cracks. You're not cops. You can't be. Chris holds up his own badge. Not cops, why? 'Cause we're playing volleyball in a pool on a Saturday? Or is there another reason? Her face drains of color. The power dynamic flips so fast she's reeling. Miller steps in stern now. Ma'am, filing a false police report is serious. I suggest you go home or we take your statement and go from there. She storms off, blazer flapping, humiliated, but I know I just made an enemy. Miller apologizes. Sanchez is still in disbelief. She really called 911, said you were threatening. Chris deadpans. Don't forget the jungle music. Earth, Wind, and Fire, man. Terrifying. We laugh, but it's not funny. The mood's ruined. Mike and Chris head home early. The day's been poisoned. I sit alone by my pool, anger giving way to sadness. I did everything right, the American dream, good job, nice house. But Ms. Davenport had other rules. And as I spot her behind her window watching me, I know she's not done. This was just her opening shot. For 2 days, silence. Then I come home to a thick envelope from the HOA, a violation notice crafted with bureaucratic venom. Unauthorized recreational structure, my volleyball net. Excessive noise, a flat lie. Conduct unbecoming her masterpiece. $300 in fines or a lien on my home. Her counterattack. Not chaos this time, cold bureaucratic war. She can't get me with the cops, so she'll get me with the rule book. I call Mike and Chris and we start prepping. We dig through the HOA bylaws highlighters out hunting for loopholes and contradictions. The key, the right to appeal at the next board meeting. But I need allies. I talk to my neighbors, and the stories flow fines for garden gnomes, baby strollers. Fear and quiet resentment everywhere. A former board member, Frank, gives me the gold. She's obsessed with procedure. The rules are her Bible. Catch her breaking one and you've got a shot. So that's the plan. Play her game, but play it better. Meanwhile, she smears me online a concerning trend, hostile behavior, painting me as an outsider. The comment section's a mess. Racism, thinly veiled echoes. My instinct is to defend myself, but Mike's right, fight her in public, you lose. Stick to the official process. The board meeting is a circus. I present my case calmly, bylaws, highlighted photos, police report. The board wavers, then folds under her glare. The violations stand. I lose. Doesn't matter how right you are if the game's rigged. On the way home, Mike has an idea. She didn't just file a false report against citizens. She filed it against 3 cops. And tonight she dismissed an official police report in front of witnesses. We do something nobody expects. We file a formal complaint with Internal Affairs against ourselves. If the system is going to be used as a weapon, let's use all of it. Internal Affairs picks it up, and Lieutenant Davis, old school, tough as nails, interviews us. We lay out everything, the pool, the slurs, the HOA letters, the escalating harassment, even a dead squirrel left on my doorstep with a threat. Cameras catch her talking to her grandson, handing him cash before the incident. Lieutenant Davis is relentless. He digs and the truth comes out. Her grandson confesses. She orchestrated it all. The IIA clears us and forwards charges against her for filing a false police report and conspiracy to commit a hate crime. Her husband, big shot lawyer, gets a warning for trying to intimidate witnesses. With my lawyer, Sarah, a shark, we file a civil suit. Not just against the HOA, but against her personally. Board members start to resign. Neighbors step forward. Her power base crumbles. The news catches on the story, blows up HOA president charged with hate crime. She's a public pariah. The settlement comes, but no NDA. We want an apology, a public letter, her resignation, a donation to charity, and a guilty plea. She caves. Her apology, posted for all to see, admits everything: the slurs, the false report, the abuse. She's out. The HOA is reformed, the bylaws fixed, the neighborhood breathes again. My fines vanish, my pool is just a pool again. And you know what? We set that net back up. Mike and Chris crack open some beers. Earth, wind, and fire on the speaker, the sun on our faces, and for the first time in a long time, we play a game without fear, without watching our backs. So let me ask you, when the system's stacked, when people twist the rules to protect themselves and hurt others, what's the right way to fight back? Have you ever been pushed to the edge by someone in power only to see justice finally come through in the end? Drop your thoughts, your stories, your own battles in the comments. Let's hear where you're from and what justice looks like to you. Because sometimes the only way to change the system is to fight for it one backyard at a time.